Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your horoscope for the time of Sun in Pisces. That is February 18th through March 20th, 2015. And this month, Scorpio, you are working on 5th house energy, which is one of my favorite times. I want to mention a few dates first. I usually go off on a whole bunch of the shifts, but I actually did that in a Pisces overview video. So if you want to know some of the more important astro dates, check out the Pisces overview video. Of course, you can always check out the daily horoscopes, which also have a lot of good information in them. But there are a few dates that I want to mention. The first is that Pisces is beginning and ending on a new moon, which is really cool. And I think it's even rarer than a blue moon. It's like a purple moon. And so the new moon is actually happening. It starts in Aquarius and then shifts into Pisces. But Aquarius does rule this new moon on February 18th. And then within minutes bridges right over into Pisces, bridging that gap, and then Pisces ends on March 20th with a new moon again. So it's really cool energy that will be encapsulating this time of Sun in Pisces. The other thing that I do want to mention is that Saturn is going retrograde. Saturn is going retrograde on March 14th. And it's in Sagittarius right now, but it is going to actually retrograde back into your sign. Not for a few months. You have a little bit of time before it comes back. But I do feel like when it turns back, I feel like Scorpios, especially the later date Scorpios, are definitely, or anybody with strong, planets there, is going to feel that energy, like begin to approach that place again. So, tune in to how you feel with that. So, Scorpio, this month, 5th house energy. This is the energy of the inner child. This is the energy of joy, play, creativity, if I didn't say that. And sometimes, I have to say, the 5th house can be the time of the spoiled inner child, the inner child that wants to throw temper tantrums. And so it's good to be in tune. Like, is your inner child wanting to, play with piñatas and Big Bird, or is your inner child want to throw rotten tomatoes at the world? And, depending on what you're feeling, that may kind of dictate your month and the work that you're doing this month. I have to mention that it's really, really fun. One of my best friends is actually a Leo. 5th house is Leo energy with Scorpio rising. So there we have Scorpio energy and a Pisces moon. So she's the connection, the collection of energy that you as a Scorpio are working with. And she is magical and has this mystical connection with the divine. And I think it's time to play with that connection, to create with that connection, and see how it wants to come through you, how it wants to be expressed through you. The 5th house is about your creative expression, whether it's, through dance or through art or through writing or singing or painting or, drawing, whatever it is for you. Poetry. Poe. Sure, Poe. Whatever that is for you, it's time to not just think it, but allow the magic, the mystical, the divine to come through you. And maybe this will be by putting, if you paint, a paintbrush in your left hand and closing your eyes and just letting it move about the page and just play and see what comes through. Or maybe it's about turning on the radio, any station, not planning it out, like this song, and see how your body moves to the music. And doing any of these things is allowing you to surrender to the divine. It's allowing you to play with the divine. It's allowing you to play with the magic that is available to you with the Sun in Pisces. So, another thing, you may want to plan a play date with your guides, your spirit guides, your animal guides, your ancestors, your archangels. Plan a date with them. Be like, okay, Archangel Michael, I'll meet you on the beach at 6, and I'm ready to feel your energy. I'm ready to feel your healing energy in my life. And see how that comes for you. A play date with the archangels. Why not? It's time to play with the magic. It's time to play with the mystical. Open up your imagination to what could be this month. So, Scorpio, I pulled a card for you, which I really think is really great. Again, it's good at combining things. I pulled you the Eagle King, which is cool because the eagle is actually one of the animals that represents Scorpio. And King, you know, that can be the energy of Leo, is King. And it's about the big picture and angelic help. Archangel Michael Playdate. But I'm actually going to read it to you because I thought it was so great. The Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. You are on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life, and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of a fog. He makes a formidable ally, as he takes your prayers up toward the sun and releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It is a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. And, you know, in the challenge side, there's two sides of it. In the challenge side, it says the Eagle King challenges you to see a higher purpose to events. Basically, not everything is meant to happen the way you think that it should. But even if it doesn't, there is a higher purpose, a higher good to that. And it's time to surrender to that. Just like they said, the Eagle King flying above. You may not understand why, but trust and surrender, which is the essence of Pisces. Finding that flow, finding that trust, and finding that surrender. So have a beautiful 5th house, Scorpio, and check out the Pisces overview for a little bit more information. Namaste.